Hi there. So just covering the reference part of the course here, I just wanted to really take a dive into what I generally use to gather reference and some of my thoughts behind that. So what I like to actually use is Miro boards, and I actually used to use this in production quite a bit. So it's really handy. You can collaborate with multiple people, and multiple people can upload things and you can organize it that way. But even just as a single user, it's really useful to keep stuff in the same place, and you can categorize things and put them in frames and scale them up and down and stuff. You can add, your titles to it. Break it up into different sections, like I've done here. And what's pretty neat about it is you can upload files directly from your computer, but you can also copy stuff directly from online. So for instance, if we have a look at this ArtStation graphic here, I can basically right click on it and I can say copy image address. I can go to my Miro board and I can control V here, and you'll see it pasted quite big. And I can scale it down and move it to where I want it. And you can do this with videos as well. So I've got this Diablo, which was one of the main references. I'm going to copy this URL and let's just Control V to paste it. And you'll see now we have it actually in here, and you can play it directly in the board as well, which is quite nice to be able to do. And you can see, this is, have a look at this video. The link should be in here. It's pretty cool. This is kind of the main reference what we went for. So going on to this side here, you can see here some concept art from the actual game cinematic, and here's some screenshots here. Some really nice moody lighting, and you've got the center structure with these archways, and so kind of mimicking this in what we did. And then we've got some other references, and I guess just on the subject of these references, I'm just gonna go ahead and move these out the way for now. What I like to do is I generally collect a whole lot of references in the beginning and just really flesh out some ideas and different styles, and see what I really like and what really starts coming together, start trying to piece together a look. And then once I've done that and I'm actually started on the project, what I like to do is come in. As you can see, I don't have a lot of references here anymore, but I actually come in and delete some of them out, and you could probably move them to the side, but I try and commit to it and delete the ones I don't want. And the reason for that is I find often, when you're like 2 weeks into a project and you're looking at a specific style and going, oh, this is the direction we want, but then you might one day open up your references and you see this other image on the side here and you go, oh, that's actually really nice, I should follow that. And then you start changing direction, and that can lead you down a rabbit hole of a whole different big change. And so especially something like this, and when you want to really get focused, it's nice to minimize your reference to a certain point and try and keep to the styles you want. So that we've got this main style here, and there's the ones that are left is just some really nice. I love these kind of break up on this paving and these little fire pots here with this sort of cyan fire and the volume lighting coming in. It's really nice and pretty. Same with this, some nice volumetrics with this shadowed, or this dappled light coming through. We wanted to achieve that. And this is kind of, I guess, similar to the bottom one here. This is just kind of looking up. It's quite a nice graphic, and also got this kind of dappled light filtering through with the bit of oranges and stuff. It's really nice. Then I just kept this one just also a bit of interest. It's got some nice rays like this one as well. But yeah, this is a bit of a different look. So this is kind of something that I would probably end up deleting out. And then just moving on to some extras. So we've got our design ideas. I really love the kind of structure of this. You'll see it in my center column. We've got this, nice, quite square layout, and then you've got the stairs coming down with a smaller platform up to the side. And yeah, it's nice to see this graphical drawing stuff as well. It's a bit of inspiration at the same time. And then, yeah, we've got some sides of the walls, some pillars, ideas and stuff we can look at. This one was really nice as well. Just wanted to keep this here. Like this circular look with this, stepping up to the centerpiece and these nice big statues here. Quite a nice look. And then just moving on to your pavers and styles. So there's a bunch of reference here. And after some kind of really looking around, and you'll actually see it over here, this paver here is this one. And I really love the style. It's quite graphic. It's obviously not 100% realistic, but it lends itself to that sort of game cinematic feel. And so what we did is we wanted to create this. So I tried my best to recreate this in 3D, and then we still wanted to just add realistic textures. So we're using Megascans textures, and I'm just applying those Megascans textures on top of this style of paver. And it gives you that interesting mix between, stylized and realistic. Just some more variations, with some decals and stuff in the middle, and some really nice ideas. Yeah, I love this kind of staircase system here with the edges and these pillars, and we've got the rough pavers here, which you can imagine them being these ones. So it works quite well. And then some statues and stuff like that. Nice circular pattern over here. That's really nice. And then moving over to this side, we've got some more kind of textures to look at, nice, quite 3D stuff here. And then some realistic stuff is always nice to have, just a look and feel of how things kind of fall off naturally. I love this stone here that you can see, like the clear stone, and then they've kind of patched in the concrete, like fillers here, so it looks quite like, it's white concrete, and it fades off up to the higher parts of the building. Some nice erosion happening everywhere. And then this one is quite different, but yeah, this like slate stone that's broken up and some greenery in there is quite nice. And then we've got down at the bottom here, I've got 2 or 3 ones that I've added. I've taken another one out, but this was added a little bit later. This is, starting to look at the Copernicus type workflow. These are Substance Designer setups, and we wanted to try and, mimic these bricks and see how far we can get to kind of creating these nice bricks with this chunky looking screed or cement squelching out. So such a really nice look. And then this one pavers with some dirt in between and stuff like that. So trying to achieve this as a texture-based system is one thing we'll be looking at. And so we're just going to keep that in the reference section. So on this, note that I'm exporting this Miro board as a PDF, and this should be available for download if you just want to quickly reference that. But I would recommend trying out Miro. It's really nice to to gather your stuff, and you can have, this is a free version. You can actually, if I go here to the main page, you can create, I think, I'm not entirely sure, I think it's like 5 boards or something on the free setup. So you can have different setups and name them and add thumbnails to your setup, and it's quite useful. And then you can also obviously share it with other people if you wanted to. So let's move on from the reference, and we can get stuck into looking at some of the technical sides of generating all this data, these large scale walkways with all this paver detail in, and it's like some really high res mesh. So we'll be looking at that next.